They do have a person who's been shot, and now they're trying to find a suspect.
Every journalist is a target now in Mexico. If you up, you just get fired with journalists in Mexico. If you up, you're dead.
This is the last article that Miroslava wrote. Very likely this is what led to her death.
We get called fake news and enemy of the American people, but here it's a totally different game.
People in the U.S. need to be more aware of what's going on in Mexico. It's affecting the stability of the Mexican democracy.
You don't kill the truth by killing journalists.
Manny, this new facility the president toured, how much is it supposed to cost?
It's estimated it'll cost $450 million a year to operate. The state of Florida is spearheading the construction, but is set to be reimbursed by the Department of Homeland Security and FEMA.
It's been difficult, really, to watch when they have to handle children, babies, and try to keep them safe, literally handing them over to somebody who plucks them over to the other side.
Would that change what you're doing? ¿Eso cambiaría lo que ustedes están tratando de hacer?
So they will have to hunker down in their homes as they deal with the storm surge that is expected here. One more staggering statistic that I want to leave you with is that in an area 80 miles north of here known as Crystal River, forecasters say there could be up to 15 feet of storm surge, and that is something they consider to be unsurvivable. Nora? These are the waters just off the Rio Republica resort where Kananki was staying with her friends. You can see even though it's pretty choppy today, there are still plenty of people out there having a good time in the water as this search continues.
This
is 10-year-old Sofia in Havana, Cuba, recording a plea for President Trump to reconsider the recent travel ban. Sofia's mother, Leah Yanez, fled Cuba 3 years ago and is now a legal permanent resident of the United States, living in Miami. You came here with the hopes of one day bringing her to this country. Con la esperanza de traértela.
Exacto, yo me vine con la esperanza de traerla.
Exactly, she says. I came with the hopes of bringing her because all the mothers who come here and the fathers hope to one day become residents and have the privilege of bringing our children. That privilege came through a family reunification visa. Yanez says Sofia was approved and awaiting the final step, an interview at the U.S. Embassy in Cuba. But it never happened. The new travel ban means only citizens of the U.S. can apply to sponsor relatives from Cuba, not permanent residents like Yanez. It was a big blow because she was already approved and she was preparing, learning English. And what was that like for her? ¿Cómo fue el golpe para ella?
Oh my God, muy fuerte.
It was huge, she says. She went 2 days without wanting to speak with anyone in the house.
Hola, Sofia.
We were able to briefly speak with Sofia, who is living with her grandmother by phone.
You felt bad. ¿Por qué? Because you wanted to be with your mother.
President Trump says the ban is necessary to keep the nation safe. It's a partial ban on 7 countries, including Cuba, and a full ban on 12 others.
It's hard to manage the expectations of people that you're representing when you yourself are trying to keep up with all of the changes that are happening.
Saman Mavagazi Gonzalez is an immigration attorney in Florida and says the changes are upending the plans of many families.
They've already invested themselves money and time into a process, and now this travel ban is going to completely divert it.
Leah Yanez hopes to become a U.S. citizen, but says that could take 2 years. That's 2 more years away from Sofia, if the rules don't change again. Manuel Bojorquez, CBS News, Miami.
We build top to down.
So you built this from the top to the bottom?
Yes.
Walking into Azulik Umay, with its winding pathways and cascading vines, is like entering another world. But the point, says Eduardo Neira, is to feel more connected to ours.
Asymmetric, organic.
Not symmetric, so it's like nature.
Exactly.
Nature is more than a muse for the self-taught architect who goes by the single name Roth.
So nature was your school?
Yes, nature is my school. You see, in the nature is not square angles. There are not square planet, but in our life we live in square places and we transport in square places and work in square places, so our mind becomes square.
You think we've gotten too far away from the natural form?
Yes, so much away.
So when Roth decided to build an artist community, gallery, and home in the jungle near Tulum, Mexico, he enlisted the help of the people who knew the land best, the indigenous Mayans.
We know that we will make so many rooms around, but not exactly how big, how it will be built.
So it's all very organic.
Yes, and we use the ancestral techniques to make everything handmade. We couldn't bring heavy machines here.
So no blueprint, no heavy machinery.
No.
And you're going with the flow of the jungle, of the trees.
Yes.
You really did not cut down one tree.
We don't cut any.
In fact, trees are an essential element in the design.
There are 200 trees living in this house.
200 trees
200.
in this house?
Inside.
Many of the tunnels and walkways are made of bejuco, a sustainable vine that grows in the trees. The arts community is his latest project, but his original masterpiece is just about 18 miles from here. At this beach in Tulum, where over the last decade, a small cabana he built has grown into one of the area's most popular resorts, the Azulik. The name is a combination of the Spanish word for blue and the Mayan word for wind.
So everything was improvised. That's why the hotel is so strange, because it's evolved like in the nature.
Bridges connect nest-like perches, and guests are encouraged to ditch phones and air conditioning in favor of the ocean breeze. Tourists flock here, even if just for a photo. Back at the arts community, Roth's goal is to attract and nourish talent. From ceramic artists to locals who know this form of macrame, like Luis Camal.
Aquí, this is your concept, your design is still in the brain, in the mind, and you're carrying it out knot by knot here.
In much the same way, Roth and his team built this whimsical place.
I have to say, walking around, I feel like I'm a child again, because you're climbing trees and crossing a drawbridge and people are smiling. It does bring you back to something very...
Yeah, it's playful.
It's playful.
You see, in the nature, everything is playful. All the beat of singing, everybody is a celebration. We have to recover this happiness, this celebration of nature.